Go.
Mikey,
What's cracking?
what's up, dude?
Nothing. Have you guys been on for a while?
I just got on now.
Oh, okay.
So you guys wiped up the place on last weekend, huh?
We had a good day. I had a great day, and I did arguably the worst out of everyone.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did the worst out of our guys.
Well, yeah. I mean, after what your brother pulled out of the ground, I mean, everyone's
That
the
was
worst
sick,
at that
man.
point. Oh, that's insane.
I mean, it was definitely sick.
I'm peanut butter and jealous.
Yeah, me too. Trust me, he's wiping the floor with me this year.
Yeah.
And he was out. He was just out. He just got done at a place. He stopped at. He found a freaking shield nickel.
I was muted the entire time.
Really?
What's up, buddy?
Hey, what's going on? I gotta let these two in because they're probably wondering what the hell's going on. So hold on 1 second here. Hey, what's going on? Hi guys.
Hey.
Yo, those shirts look good. I like that.
Oh, those are awesome.
Those are nice.
Yeah, the wife made them up. How you doing?
That's pretty
Nice.
good. How are you doing?
Oh, we're good, man. We're good.
Yeah,
Is this
sorry.
okay?
Huh?
We're using the phone. We're using the phone. It's
Oh,
all
that's fine. You guys are clear as day. Yeah, that looks really good. Yeah. I'm used to Emma, right?
Yes.
She's usually wearing Under Armour at this point. And
I know. It's funny that we have like specific, detecting gear. I mean, clothing. Because, the wife will lose her mind like she did. You know how it goes.
Believe
Oh,
me. Yeah. Mike and I are engaged, and Eric is married, so we know exactly how that goes. That's
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey,
if I don't come home, strip everything off, and throw it straight into the washing machine, I get in trouble. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, I know. Except if you come home with a nice ring.
Yeah, exactly.
That softens the deal a little bit.
Yeah. It kind of helps.
Which you guys aren't strangers to finding nice rings, huh?
A handful of coppers, though, it just doesn't have the same effect.
Oh, I know. Right. Not with them. My wife looks at them. She's like, "What is that?
What is it?" Yeah,
Metal disc.
exactly. Hey, you know what? I gotta say, my fiance, her name's JC. She is a very good sport about it, and I'll send her a picture. She'll make up a name for it and be like, "Oh, good find." I'm like, that was close enough. Close enough.
That's good. Right. She's just trying to ease you. Yeah,
exactly.
Honestly, my wife, her mom is also a very good sport about it too.
Yeah. No, that's good.
Thank God, some guys don't have it that good.
No. Does she ever come out with you guys?
She has. On occasion, she's come out once or twice. She's peeking out the door.
Is she looking at you?
You heard her name being used there.
Oh yeah. Better not be saying anything.
Hey, you want to come and say hello?
It's the sixth sense.
Yeah, come in.
She's very shy. Come on over and say hello. Come on,
Mom.
I'll give you the next Wheatie we find.
Ooh.
Go.
She already gets everything else, so.
Yeah. So does she ever wear some of the stuff that you guys find?
No, she just bought two. She surprised us one day and when we came home and with a shirt each. Too bad I don't fit into mine.
It shows off your muscles.
I got the Corona body now, so
I think we're all on that boat.
Yeah, I know, man.
So introduce yourselves first. Let me let Julian in here real fast. He'll probably say something too. But while he's coming in, introduce yourselves, your names, and then where you guys are at this point, where you're hunting.
Wait, what?
I'm Mike.
This is Emma.
Hi, Emma. Hi, Mike.
Good name, Mike.
Hey guys, we typically hunt in the New York area. Mainly, we've ventured into Jersey while I'm working. Sometimes, we have some time. I do a lot of traveling, so we'll do that because Jersey's really old too.
Oh yeah.
We've tried the beach. We do it once in a while. We get that question a lot.
Do you do the beach?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
go to the beach. I'm like, I don't really want to find something that somebody dropped last week.
Yeah.
You know what? Yeah, Mike, we're the exact same way.
Yeah, history is it's amazing to us.
What's really amazing with you guys too. So I don't know if you saw last week we did Merrill from Metal Detecting NYC.
Right.
He said
ran
he's ran into you guys once before.
Yeah.
But what we talked about with him last week was he does a lot of public spots too, and it looks like you guys do a lot of public spots as well.
Yeah.
And the amount of I hate public spots because I just come in with that attitude of like, it's already either full of trash or
Right.
dug a million times out here. But then I watch you guys' videos and I'm like, how the hell did they find so much stuff at these parks?
We ask ourselves that same question too sometimes.
Yeah.
We can't believe,
amazing.
A pounded area. The parks that we hunt are pounded for 30 to 40 years. I think the reason is, number one, the equipment. Anybody using inferior equipment is not really gonna, and then we just bump up sensitivity and we seem to, isolate the signal, the target a little. It's really hard. Trust me. We come home. I should really show some of the pictures. I have boxes that I use to throw all our trash in.
Yeah.
And then after, like, when it gets filled up, I just dump it, But we do dig quite a bit of trash.
Yeah.
But it's pretty amazing. We got a lot of history here. I mean, don't forget. I mean, I don't know. Where do you guys hunt again?
We're in Jersey.
Yeah,
Jersey.
you're close, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're right across the river.
You guys. I was in Morganville and Marlboro earlier today.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
That's
there's
my
a
neck
lot
of
of
the woods.
Yeah.
so much history there, man.
It's insane. It really
It really.
is.
Yeah.
I salivate when I drive by some of those like fields and houses, and I mean I could tell there's one house on Route 34 and 520.
I know exactly what you're talking about. I've been trying to get that place for years.
It's right next to like a nursing home.
Yep.
Dude, that place is fascinatingly amazing. Right? We look at that place and we're like, oh my God.
Eric's probably like,
Yeah, I've been trying to get that place for a couple years now because I work on 79.
We don't. My warehouse is literally on 520.
oh,
Newman's. What is it called again?
Newman Springs Road.
Right, Newman Springs Road. It's right there in the background. There's usually like a truck outside, which is right around the corner. My boss's property was owned by a general in the Revolutionary War.
wow.
So yeah, I know. We hunted there with whites.
Okay.
With our XLTs, about 5 years ago, maybe a little more, and we didn't really do that well because I think we got a little discouraged. It looks like there was some fill, so looking to go past 5 or 6 inches wasn't going to happen with that machine. But we will try and hit it with the Knox and the CTX and see how it goes.
I was gonna say you guys are on Mine Lab now, yeah, both of you.
Yeah.
Emma, you're the Knox.
Yeah, Emma's the Knox. She had an E-Track for 3 years.
Yeah.
Wow. She was swinging the E-Track?
Dude, she
Yeah.
killed me with that thing.
E-Track.
But I put a Nell Tornado on it.
Oh
Oil.
man,
Eric,
I'm
here
running.
you go. Same machine.
that must have
The
been a
machine
beast.
I'm running.
Dude, I tell you, I used her machine. For some reason, I love the CTX, but for some reason, her machine, I'm able to hear the tones a little clearer. I think I don't know what it is.
That's
It's
why she
so-
kicks your butt in all these
Dude,
videos, huh?
I tell everyone. I know. It's funny because I remember the first time she started hunting, and I gave her my old White's XLT Spectrum. It was a great machine. I had it for 20 plus years. It was still working. She used it. I bought another one because I was so familiar with the Whites. I really didn't go anywhere else. I said, I don't want to change yet because that curve from Whites to Mine Lab was
I
something.
I could only imagine.
Yeah. So I remember
From any of those machines with the 100 number system.
Oh yeah. We were like, what is this thing doing? I'm like, what's going on with this detector? I'm going, this thing is crazy. But we went to areas that we went to with the whites we pounded 7 or 8, 9, 10 times, and we couldn't believe the stuff we were pulling up. It was fast. It made everything new again.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Which is really the cool part about the mine. Anything. Well, honestly, anything nowadays with the technology, like the Knox, the processing speed, incredible compared even to my CTX. You know, you can literally go 5 targets and hit every single one if you bump.
Yeah,
right?
the recovery speed is insane on
What
it.
do you use?
Unbeatable.
So most of us are using. Mike and I both use Equinoxes. I have the 600. He has the 800.
Right.
Yeah.
Eric, you're on the E-Track, yeah?
I'm on the E-Track with the Tornado.
I got it.
I
Oh,
used to
same
have
thing.
that.
Yeah.
No, we still have it.
Yeah.
We actually sold the 2 whites XLTs. People buy them because there are guys just like I was that don't want to change. They have been using a white and they don't want to switch, and I don't blame them. I really
White's
don't.
is very old school, I feel like.
Yeah,
as far as
it is.
technology
I mean,
goes, and
They're like
You
an
gotta
OG.
go-
Yeah.
yeah, you got to go really, really slow. But no, getting back to her, I remember when she first started, she was probably 6. Believe it or not, I would actually take her with me. And you're going to laugh. I would have her, my wife would be somewhere, whatever. I'd have her in the car seat. And I would take her out of the car seat and literally take her to one of my spots and hang out with her first, you know, and then put her back in the car seat, strap her in, you know, the little that comes out.
yeah.
And I would actually detect in an area like 10 by 10.
That's awesome.
Hey, you know what? That makes you slow down and detect that little area.
Yeah. And then I'd be like, look what I found. Then my night. She's like, oh, no.
Cool.
But I remember when she first got the whites and the frustration in her. I wish I videoed a little more back then, but
yeah.
you know, we didn't start videoing till like 2016, really. But I remember the frustration of her sitting against a tree and going like, I don't want to do this anymore. I hate this. And then I remember her running across the field with a 1946. I'll never forget the dime.
Yeah.
Rosie, screaming, I got a silver.
That was your first silver?
I'll
Yeah.
never, ever, ever forget that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, man.
That's so
man.
cool.
See, I hope when you guys are ready to have kids, and when you do, and I really hope. Listen, I'm telling you, man.
Fingers crossed they're into metal
It's so
detecting.
much fun to do this with your kid. It really is.
I can only imagine.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So Emma, after that you were hooked, huh?
Yeah, forget it. And now she kicks the crap out of me.
Yeah, she really does.
I mean, no, she really does. And then she can't wait to see the bittersweet look in my face. You know, like, you know, we used to have a point system. I don't know if you guys followed us.
Yeah, so I was gonna ask you about that. I've heard you guys talk about the points, but I never like actually, you know, understood how you guys keep points. So what is it?
We decided to put like a wheat penny was a point. What was it again? The Indians were 3. Yeah. Indian head was 3. 1900 and above. It was
Yeah, 1900.
Yeah, 900, but 4 points for 1899 and below, 5 points for semi-key dates, and in 1877 was game over. You know, and then we would do like a Rosie was 7, Merck was 10, Barbara was 15, seeded 20, and so on. You know, and we would actually do points for, and it was so cool because there were times when I'd be up by like 30 points on her, going, "Hey, game's over." And then boom, she come up with 2 seeded and go, oh.
There goes
That's
the
actually
game.
that's a really cool concept. That's really
fun. You know, we actually stopped, and I'll tell you why. It's funny. It's gonna sound, we stopped because, like, number one, she was kicking my butt every time, and I couldn't. No, but really, we really stopped because we went to that one spot. Did you see our last video about the best hunt ever that we found? Like 6 2-cent pieces in one day.
Stupid.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I turned it off halfway through because I was like, you know what, I'm done.
I couldn't believe what I was seeing. It was sick. They were all over the place. Like somebody just threw them there. I couldn't understand. And this was literally a 30. All right, let's go a 40 by 40 area on a hill. You know, on a hill, and the dirt. You know that dirt I'm talking about, where that soil that's like a clay, a reddish clay and brown. It's so old that, you know, it was amazing. And that was the day where we said, you know something, what's the score? We were like, I don't know, it's like 400. 400. It was like, when a basketball game gets out of hand, you're like,
yeah. They did the
It's
run
a good
roll.
problem
She did the
to
run
have.
roll on you, huh?
Dude, and that's a good thing, I guess, right? To like say, you know what? Forget about keeping score. I came up with that because I just said that's enough. I can't take this. My self-esteem is not going to hold up.
No, when are you switching over to the Knox then, Mike?
I don't know. You know that? I gotta say, I want to. I actually used it. She has an 800. I used it once when my was it my seat? Oh no, your Knox was failing.
Yeah.
So something was wrong with the coil. I actually just got it back we got it back about a month ago. She started using it back. Yeah, you probably see on the next. I'm so far behind. If I tell you, I probably have about, because of this coronavirus, 30 videos in the last 40 days.
That's awesome.
Thing we've been doing. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. That's so
so
clutch.
I'm gonna start putting them up like every 2-3 days, because I used to wait 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I don't know why, I'll be honest with you, but I used it and I started playing with the hertz. Like I was hunting in 5 and 10. It blew my mind. I said, look at this thing. It's actually picking good signals. I said, how is it? This is like not even fair. Now I know why she kicks my butt, because it's actually a very incredible detector, easy to use, so easy. You can play with that hertz, right?
Yeah, it's super easy. We use multi-frequency most of the time, but a lot of the people, especially when we're doing the field, suggest going down to that, that 5 kilohertz just to get some depth on it. And, there's a couple different settings that we've been recommended so far that we haven't tried, just because. So like, for example, this weekend, both Mike and I used, what were we on? Field 1, you were using field 2, and we were on multi-frequency.
Yep.
We were finding so much. We didn't want to change the settings, but I guarantee you, if we played around with the hertz a little bit,
right? It tugs at your heartstrings. You're like, all right, I know I've been finding stuff, and it's like, do I want to switch? And then any kind of drought period after that, you're like, oh, I shouldn't have switched. But you gotta just roll with it.
You have to, because we're very superstitious kind of people too.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Most metal detectorists are.
Oh yeah. Ritual. Yeah.
Yes, we are, and it's so funny how about this? You ever do this? Sometimes we'll literally be talking about a find on the way. Like when I mention it in the video, it's real.
Yeah.
I'll go, we were just mentioning this on the way here. Like that 1877 Indian that she found, on the way there, we were talking about it. In the video, I actually say, if we're finding 70s, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 70, all the 70s, there has to be a 77. Not that there has to be, but you hope there will be. But you do. Isn't it funny how you actually talk about something and then you find it? That's so weird.
Well, that's what happened to Greg, right? When we went down to...
Yeah, so Julian and Greg were talking about that on their way down to, we were hunting with Eric in Central Jersey. And he said, if I find a cat bust dime, I'm done for the year.
Oh,
that's what he said. And it's
wait, when was this?
This was
over a couple months ago, right?
Yeah, maybe a month and a half ago.
You
2
can't
months.
say that in like the beginning of the year.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Right.
Luckily, he only found a half dime.
Oh my God, dude! Honestly, we have not. How many seated? 70?
60 something.
67 or 68 seated coins.
Wow.
We have never found a capped.
You're kidding.
Only got one.
Dude, and we're like right there. Like an 18, I have an 1838 seated. I'm like, it was right there. It was.
Well, yeah, you're right on the
yeah
the edge, and you find Spanish, so dude, there's got to be right there in the between.
She has found 6 reals. This is a 13-year-old. I found 2, and I'm doing this 25 years. He found 6.
I'm so jealous.
It's so disgusting. It's literally disgusting. It really is.
What size reals?
She had. Tell him. You can tell him, man.
I got 2 2s, 3 1s, and 2 halves, I think.
Wow.
That's
awesome.
The first do she found 2 real. We didn't. It's probably in the video. I think it's like 2-3 years ago. I think we have it labeled. It was so smooth. She didn't know what she found. It was 10 inches down.
Yeah.
I didn't know what she found. This is the first one we ever found. Actually, wait, I found the half. Yeah, 4 years ago. And it was so clear. It was so nice. It was a King Ferdinand. It was an 1810. It was beautiful. All the detail was there. This one, we pulled it out of the ground. Like, I don't know what this is. You know that black silver?
Yeah.
When you see it black, you're like, oh my God, what is this? Faintly saw the CAROL, and I was like,
and you knew.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was big.
Yeah.
But that was the first one. But you're gonna see the one I literally was it the other day?
Huh?
When was the
That one?
Yeah.
Last one?
Was it 3 days ago?
Yeah.
3 days ago, she just recently found a pistarine.
No way.
Yeah.
What?
I'm telling you,
Wow.
17. Now we see the 1 and the 7, and I know they were from 1700, right, to 17.
Yeah.
We can't see the other 2 digits. It looks like a 3 and a 2,
Yeah.
which is a very common, I believe, here, but I'm not positive.
Is that your oldest coin, Emma?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's our oldest coin.
Yeah.
That's super cool.
I was gonna. That's funny. I was gonna ask how old you were because you find bucket list coin after bucket list coin for some of us. That like I remember my first 2-cent piece. I was so happy to find one. I was jumping around all over the place, and then I watch your video, and you guys are just pulling it up left and right. I was like, man.
I think about this, and I try to mention it and I forget. I'm like, people must be like, what? I'm happy when I get a Wheatie and a Merc. You know, I remember when we used to hunt in those spots, and we would come home with maybe 1, 2 Mercs to a Rosie and be like, wow,
Super
the most
pumped,
amazing day in the world. 25 Wheaties. But you know what it's like. It's the research, man. It's where you go.
Yeah.
And
exactly.
of course, it's your equipment too. But you know.
Yeah, that's.
So she found in March. Yeah, I'm so far behind. I'm like in the beginning of January with my videos now. In March.
Oh yeah, that was a good
Was
one.
it me? No,
What?
but you. March, you found that 1797 half real.
Yeah.
In the mid March, I found a deuce, a 2 real, 1780 in unbelievable. Wait till you see this one, man. I'm telling you, dude, it blew my mind. And then so now that's our oldest silver, right? What do you think she does 2 days later?
Of course.
She comes up the hill.
One upper.
She comes up this hill with, I don't know what this is. Oh God, that's all I got.
You know it's not good.
When she says that, she knows it's something old.
Yeah.
She's just not sure. So we look at it. It's a 1763 half real pillar type. So she has the regular, she has the pillar and the pistarine. It blows my mind, man.
Congratulations.
Yeah. So if you guys want her, you can have her, man.
I was gonna say I was gonna invite you guys out to Jersey some of these days, but I don't know. Emma will just take.
Yeah, I don't know. You might take too much.
You're probably gonna regret it. No, I'm okay.
Yeah.
You're gonna want to curse her. I tell her,
up.
I'm lucky you're my daughter, because I don't know. I think I'd kick you right in your butt.
It's funny. It always seems to happen that way, where you invite somebody out to your spot and then they end up finding more than you do. That's for sure.
That just happened with Merrill. See that last video with Merrill?
I haven't watched it yet. No, I haven't watched it.
He I don't want to spoil the surprise, but hold on, something just popped up on my phone. He finds a coin, a really nice one, in a spot that a guy brings him over to.
Oh, yeah.
Monster coin. A monster coin.
Oh, we'll have to watch that.
And I'm thinking to myself, it was last week. It was 7-8 days ago.
Yep.
And he actually has the picture of the coin on his page, on his video. So that's but like you just said, it's funny how that happens, man.
Well, so we scored a really good farm permission, and one of the first people we invite is Eric. He comes up, finds all the coppers from when he comes up. So we're like, what the hell, man? You're supposed to leave some for us. We eventually crush it at that place, but then he invites us back down, and then we end up finding most of the stuff when we come down there. So it's funny how
it's an on-off type deal.
It's so weird, right? How that happens, man. It's like, it's hard to explain. It's like you inviting your friend into the poker game, and he cleans you out.
Yeah,
Takes all your money.
Exactly.
And
you go to his house.
Whether to hug him or kill him,
Well, I gotta say, we got 24 people in the chat, so hopefully some of these people go over and subscribe to your channel. Because every time I look at your number of how many subscribers you guys have, I'm like, how in the hell are these two not doing like way? Because honestly, with the quality of finds that you guys have, it blows most channels out of the water. That's all I gotta say.
Go watch their videos.
Yeah.
You know, I do appreciate that. You know, I'm not going to lie to you and say I don't notice that myself, but
we all look at
it. You know, I don't get it. You know, I don't think we promote as, look, these t-shirts just got them like 2 weeks ago. We just started wearing them a couple of weeks ago. So, I don't know. I'll be honest though. I started doing this because of her. I wanted to see her reaction, and she doesn't really know this, but I kind of helped her out when she was really little. I mean,
here it comes.
What I mean, right? I'm not going to say anymore.
The genuine.
So it was that reaction. Yeah, it was that reaction that was so precious. You'll see what I mean when your turn comes. And like I said, I really hope you end up with a girl or a boy that loves to do this. Because let me tell you, man, even like tag team. If you watch those guys,
they're fun to watch too.
Yeah, those guys are great, and it's so cool to watch them. But yeah, we have a lot of fun, and soon I'm just gonna teach her how to take the bus or the train to the locations because I can't. It's you'll think
I'll
about
get there
this.
faster. I got more.
You complain about doing it once in a while with Eric, and think about this. Every day I come home, I go, why?
Well, that's funny.
I'm just kidding though. I mean, but it's so much fun. And then I look over at her, and she has her finds box, and she's going through it, and I can see a little smirk in her face.
Oh yeah. I can tell in the videos too. Emma likes to rub it in just a little bit.
A little bit.
Well, that's cool. I mean, you guys do a lot of public stuff. Is it where you guys are? We were talking to Merrill too. It's probably pretty hard to get private permissions there. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I guess New York City, it's like, what do you want?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? You want to dig up my, it's, we have never literally, believe it or not, rang someone's doorbell and said, we would like to detect on your property. And people would people would go to us and go, you have a daughter with you. I mean, that's like an ace in a hole.
Yeah.
Other daughter. I mean, I hate to say it sound like that, but hey, oh really? That's so nice. Why don't you do it? Because I think it's because we have found places, local parks that it's unlimited. I mean, we go to a spot.
Why? What do you need it for? Yeah.
I know. I get it. And we want to do permissions. We want to, like, we see fields when I'm driving to the warehouse. I see a couple of fields when I get off at off the Garden State at 118 Aberdeen, and I get off and I see there's a field on my left. I'm like, oh my God, that looks pretty. I want to hunt it. It looks nice. But when we go to those local parks and it's a 20 by 20 area, we don't leave that spot and come home with 15, 20 coins each. I'm like, what? And plus we have a permit. Nobody, they bother us. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
There are people that come up and go, like we have one guy, what's that one guy said? You're digging up my park, man. I go, really? I said, you serious? Oh yeah, but
those are the worst people.
Dude, I don't understand it. I do understand the fact that it does look a little what's the word, aggressive?
I know what you're talking about. It's just a little. I mean, it's not what normal people are doing in regards to digging things in random places, right? You know what I'm saying? And like, especially if you're cutting a plug or something like that, people are like, what could possibly be going on?
Right. They don't understand. They don't get it. And then they look and they go, my God, what are you doing? You dig it. But then we dig a plug and we put it back, and they still don't get it. They're like, well, what are you looking for? What do you find? And then we tell them, and then we know we're like, I can feel it right away in their tone. I could tell the people that are really genuinely interested, and I'll stop, right? I'll stop for 20 minutes, half hour. I love teaching the hobby.
Yeah.
I kind of teach too much because I got more. This guy's going to have a detector.
That
happened. Listen, that happened. The place where I found that 2 Real, that day we found a 2 Real and 10 King Georges in one day.
Yeah.
I swear, insane. Yeah, but listen, the best part is there was a father with 2 kids. They were playing catch, And I showed them the two Real. You'll see it in the video. I was talking to them about it. The next day they came out with an Ace 400. No, not the next day. 2-3 days later.
Yeah.
He must have overnighted whatever he did. She finds a Colonial King George. I said, that,
awesome.
honestly though, I thought it was great. I really wasn't upset about it. I just said, the fact is that people come up to you and they don't know what you're doing, and you have to teach them. It's fun, but sometimes you could smell the disdain.
Oh, yeah.
You could smell that disdain.
Yeah.
You know.
It's
Well,
just
sometimes in New York
know
City, that smell is something else. That's all I got to say.
I don't want. I hate to sound like Clint Eastwood, but I have no problem telling that. I have no problem scared. I go, Emma, go to the car. She knows right away. Just leave, because you're not going to hear what I'm about to say. Because you could tell sometimes they get to the point where they're not going to leave you alone until you stop what you're doing.
Right.
And that's when I go from level 0 calm to, we're done. But yeah, you know what?
Yeah.
It's so nice to have spots to detect. I really feel bad. Jersey, you guys have a lot of great spots. I literally have a prospect list.
Stay
in
out
my
of our
notes
area,
phone
buddy.
of places I want to hunt.
No. Come on down and we'll hit them together. We'll door knock them
there you
together.
go.
If you've never door knocked, we're not afraid. We're not afraid at all.
I like that. It's not that, I like that. That sort of assertiveness is great. I love that, man. Let's do it. I really want to get together and,
Yeah, for sure.
We
love hunting with other people. Absolutely. That's part of the fun too. We went out with I don't know if you've seen him, Charlie Harley, this weekend. He brought us out to Pennsylvania. If you want to talk about a place that is filled with history,
oh my goodness,
you will drool driving down some of the roads that he lives on.
Oh my God, PA. I'm in Philly 2 to 3 times a month. I drive by some of those places and I go, oh my God, like I go into downtown Philly.
Yeah.
And some of those parks, oh my God. I can't even imagine what they would say to you though.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
The mint is there, so
you'd be taken away and locked in a dark cage for a long time. Yeah.
20 years. And
hey, at least you finally got that cap.
Everything.
Could you imagine me explaining that on the inside?
Yeah, exactly.
2 murders. What about you? I was detecting downtown.
And I had a high tone too.
Really high tone.
Yeah. It was probably a capped half.
Yeah, exactly.
Man. How many cap coins have you guys found?
I found, well, I should give it away for the weekend.
Don't give it away.
Don't give it away. But
I'm editing the video right now.
But is it more than 0?
Yeah.
I have 0.
I have 0. I'm in the 0 club.
I still have 0.
Mike, I understand.
I'm not.
I'm chasing that.
yeah.
I'm chasing it.
Good.
I don't want to spoil it, but Joe over here, his first silver ever will blow your mind.
Wait,
Blow your
guys
mind.
never put that, you haven't put that video up yet, or
I'm editing
Not
it.
yet,
Not
you
yet.
are.
Yeah.
Dude,
So-
isn't that amazing? Guys never found a silver
crazy.
coin. His first silver is either seeded
Mine
or
was
real. I mean, you're
Right.
done. You literally are done. What else can you do? Like, Merc, you'd be like,
my first
Right.
copper was
Exactly.
a
What else can you dig after
And
that?
you're just
that makes you
checking
go,
a box at
Yeah.
that point. You know?
Exactly.
It's like,
Right.
all right, here's my census. I'm gonna
Yeah.
change it.
right. What'd you
Yeah.
find? 3 Reals and 2 caps. Any Mercs? No. Any Rosies? No.
No. Not
know-
a Washington quarter.
Haven't even found it. Right. Haven't even found a Stephen Lincoln yet. That's great.
Yeah, what's funny is it really does make it hard. We find a lot of copper coins, so we still try to be appreciative whenever we find like a common date or something like it's still exciting to us.
I'm
Oh,
always
have it-
appreciative.
We have it so good out here. We just try to stay humbled by that. You know what I mean?
If there's a copper circle in my hole,
Oh, it's
I
amazing.
am elated. I am
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
excited.
It really
That's all
is a
that
great feel. Honestly, that's the feeling that we do this for. When that feeling of, as you're digging, you're like, that sounded good. This could be good. Then you pinpoint, you're like, oh my God.
This is gonna be good.
that
And
tight,
when you see it,
Where
and
it's
your hands
tight,
start
nice and
shaking,
tight.
yeah.
Or even like when you're testing out the signal, I often catch myself like just watching my smile grow. I'm like, okay, that was a 30. Okay, it was a 30 again. Okay, jump to a 32. Okay, this is pretty tight. And then I'm like, and I just wait, but I'm like, here we go.
And then you pinpoint, and it's right in the middle of the. Wait, and it's tight, and then I look up. Then either she'll look up at me because I'll hear the pinpointer, and she'll hear mine. And I'll go, "Oh my God, that sounds good." You know, that's a great feeling. I know.
Oh, it's so awesome.
We these last 2-3 days, I can't give it away either. I mean, it doesn't matter, but we found a spot on the North Shore of Long Island. You know the history there. Insane Dutch English history, right? We just started hunting, and that's actually where Merrill found. If you look at his video, he found that coin. I don't want to spoil. He found the coin that he found on that North Shore. We were about 15 miles away, and we started pulling out King George's. And we were like, oh my God, this is amazing. And almost everything we found was colonial. But how's the condition of yours? Because ours are almost always toast.
It depends.
We get lucky
It's hit or
every now
miss.
and then. You know, we went on a hunt this weekend, and let's say like I was able to identify 75% of the coins at least that I found.
That's good.
You know?
Yeah.
So
we're pretty fortunate. I mean, when we were down by Eric, I mean, some of the sand in that soil there, I mean, it just nestles those coins and just gives them a little TLC. You know what I'm saying? And
I know.
I dug a classic at like, I'm telling you, I had the big thunder coil on the max, like 22 inches. I couldn't believe how deep I dug for this. I was almost like, you know, when you're elbow deep in the hole, like that far down, and I pop out my very first classic head, and you could still see it, even though it was that far down, you know, like in the real cold part. So it's incredible. Some of the
How
stuff
did a coin sink that far down? That amazes me.
Yeah, it was barely, you know, when you get the tone and like it almost like you can barely hear it. And it rings high. It was that kind of tone. That's exact tone. Mind Lab,
that little Mind Lab blip. Yeah. Right? When we hear that, we know at 7, you know, when you're digging and you hear a semi-high tone blip at 10 inches, it ain't gonna be a weedy, most likely. It's gotta be either old silver or a big copper coin.
Big copper coin, yeah.
Right, which is why eventually we'll have to branch out, you know, and go to other spots. But man, this park that we go, it's unbelievable. All the parks that we go out here are incredible.
If you've got 70 seated, you're doing things right. Whatever you're doing, don't stop doing it.
You've learned it.
Don't stop doing whatever you're doing.
It's actually
I've got one.
But but I actually sent the video. One of the videos that I sent to you guys was the first seated that we found together in October of 2017. And it was the second find of the day, right?
Yeah.
We got there at like 8 a.m., 8:30, and it was the second find of the day.
Wow.
But it was the first one that we had found together. Now, mind you, this is the same park that I think it was a learning curve on the Mind Lab that we just couldn't understand, you know, slow down on those deep ones. Just go slower. And we were just going over it, I think, right? I don't know. It's hard to explain. It was almost like we needed to find one to understand how to find more.
Yeah.
You know, I couldn't explain it. But yeah, it's one of those videos. Is the first one that we found together. But yeah, man.
That's why I want to find gold. I've never found it, and I got to hear it. You know, I want to hear that gold tone.
Wait, you never found any gold?
None of us.
Not a single.
None of us have.
I have that partial gold ring. That's about it.
Oh, really? Oh, wow. You know what it is? Don't forget, where we hunt, there were thousands and thousands. You need a lot of traffic. Think about it. If you drop the gold ring, you're not leaving that place until you find it. Am I right?
Yeah.
I mean, so if you find one, you can't imagine how unlucky the person was who dropped it. Probably looked for it. If they looked for it, they didn't remember. But yeah, man, it's a beautiful thing because you'll see that yellow come through and be like, wow.
Oh, we're waiting. We are waiting. That's for sure.
Yeah, you will. You will, man. If you're looking and you're finding old stuff, that's very. And don't forget too, some of those gold rings are not really that deep.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So
true.
Dig all those pull tab signals, all of them.
right there you go.
I found
So
one on top.
so dig 500 pull tabs and pull out 5 or 6 rings. That's
Yeah,
not
I
a
was
bad.
gonna say one or two. That's not a bad gig.
Yeah, and, you know, 1% of every pull tab.
Yeah.
You know,
Is
of
a
every,
gold ring. Yeah, I like
I
that.
think it comes up almost every time too when we're on a stream and just talking about the knocks in general. But you know, I think we've all seen those videos out there and how differently gold can ring up across the board. You know, just depending on size, shape, and I mean, it's wild.
Carrot. To me,
Yeah.
it's carrot.
Yeah.
I found the 999 ring. It was 9999 actually, and it rang like a silver dime
Really.
because it was so high in content. Don't forget, the lower, the 1212s on the CTX or the 12 or 13s on the Knox, they're 14 carat. So
That's
that
true.
copper and that other alloy in there changes everything. I
Yeah,
think.
that makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
It's wild though.
I mean, honestly, we don't dig every pull tab. We probably
Yeah.
should
Yeah.
because we're missing gold, and I know we are because we're shooting for the coins.
I
Yeah.
just
You know,
like to think I've skipped over so much gold. Just yeah,
I know
whatever.
we must have, right? You must have.
I'll leave that for the other guy. We'll be nice to him, huh?
Yeah.
You found
All
any
right.
gold
I feel
with
bad
the
for people.
E-track?
Say again?
Have you found any gold on the E-track?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
She had that E-track from Christmas 2016 to
Like November.
November of 2019.
Yeah.
And if I show you the gold rings and the gold stuff we found, unbelievable. Like I said, don't forget, we go into parks, public parks,
Now,
where
are you running wide open, or are you running a
in the beginning she didn't. In the beginning she was discriminating. Then she started running it open. When you get used to, you know, it's so much noise. I mean, you know, you could literally in one pass get 7 or 8
70 heated
tones.
signals.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's frustrating.
I run completely open all the time though. Always.
Good.
At least on the
Yeah.
max.
Good. Because that's the only way to really learn that machine.
Yeah, all the signals you'll hear, that's the way you hear them, you know, like you can
Yeah.
almost like hear a tone without reading the VDI and be like, if I look down at that VDI, it's going to be pretty consistent, you know. There are some tones where like I haven't even looked down at the machine and I just start digging them. I don't know how you guys feel about that.
You know, we like Hilux Yoda. What's his name? Is that his name? I think it was
Yeah.
Apple.
Yeah, the water hunter. He does a lot of those like
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
swimming holes.
But he just listens to tones too. He's a big mind lab guy, and
Yeah.
I think he runs the CTX too. He doesn't even look at the VDI sometimes.
Yeah, I don't
It's the
know.
sound really that's number one, I think. Anyway,
I
You know,
agree. I mean,
Yeah.
a
VDI
good
helps
tone is
a
a good
lot,
tone no
a
matter
lot.
which way you slice it. And
it's that
even if-
that algorithm I believe they use to come up with that number on the E-Track, especially. I mean, on the Equinox, especially
Yeah.
because one number now, which is like the old school. Really, I don't know if you know, right? The old Mind Labs used to have one number too.
oh, I
They
didn't know that.
They didn't have a ferrous and a conductive. They had
Right.
one that they would combine together.
I see.
And and so then they changed it with the E-Track, I believe
Yeah.
was the first.
With the two
And then
number
they-
system. Yeah.
Yes, and he runs it, and he runs just on sound mostly.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know how true it is. He does find some nice stuff, really old stuff too. I think he's not far from you guys too, right?
Who?
Who,
Felix Yoda?
Hilux?
Yeah. Is he? Oh, he's Chicago. I'm sorry, you're right.
I was gonna say, I thought he
he's
was in the
United
Midwest.
States for sure.
Yeah, he's in the
Yes.
Midwest somewhere.
Yeah,
So.
he's Chicago.
I was gonna say I know all the competition. I heard all of
Yeah,
them.
you guys got you guys quarter hoarders around by you guys a lot too, right?
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
dug
we
with
did
Jason,
a
yeah.
couple times. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
Good people.
Jason finds some crazy stuff. I love when he picks on, honestly, Doug and it cracks me
Paul,
up.
Doug, Charlie.
All Doug, Charlie,
Yeah,
we dug with
all of
all of
them.
them. They are a hoot. They
Yeah,
are
Good
that's-
people
He's
all the way
clever.
across the board.
They are very clever, man. They come up with some good stuff that's actually very funny.
And you know
Oh
what?
yeah, their
You know what?
content is awesome.
Jason's
That's really
mantra I feel like it infected everyone. I feel like it was like their group mantra probably. It's just if you're together and you're all excited about every find, whether it's a button or a copper or a silver, it doesn't make for a bad time ever, because when you're with your friends and you're enjoying that moment, it's almost like nothing else matters,
Right. I'm not a big fan of the banana because that's a waste to me. I'm just kidding.
Oh, yeah.
I can eat.
Well,
I
he
can
eats
eat the
it.
peanut butter on that.
He eats the banana.
Right,
He buries the banana
skin?
whole if he's not hungry sometimes. But
I've seen him throw a whole banana in a hole.
I've seen him throw a whole banana too.
He's planting a banana tree.
The banana and puts the.
Honestly, I'm just kidding. I find him hysterical. He's the kind of guy I would love to do some Jameson shots in the bar with. I think he would be happy. You didn't hear that. She didn't hear that. Be quiet. He just seems like that guy. Even Doug too.
They're all great.
They're funny when you get them all together and they're making fun of each other. Oh my god, it's hilarious.
It's awesome.
It is good.
Speaking of good finds, you sent me some over, and we haven't looked at one because
let's pull up some videos.
Let me pull up a couple that you had sent me, and we'll go over. I'll just pick a random one real fast here. Hold on. All right, let me share this bad boy. All right, here we go. So this is the first one. I just picked it randomly out of the group. It happened 1877.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
Here we go. Yeah, sorry, Emma. This isn't the best starting view.
Because I had to blur this out, man. This spot this is the spot where we found this. Is this the same day with the 6 deuces, or that was?
I think so. I don't know.
This might be the same day we found the 6 2-cent pieces.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's why I asked. I think that's why I gave you that timestamp, because you'll hear me say what we actually found before she comes up to me with the 77.
Here we go.
Running over with
Oh my god. Oh my god.
You do not.
Look how excited you are.
The hype is real.
Awesome.
Look how the best part. It's so it's so easy
Right.
to read. It's such in good shape.
Didn't I look how cockeyed that other 7 is. It blows my mind.
I know. Here, I'll pause it real quick. It is really cockeyed.
That's wild.
Yeah.
And everyone, we found 3 so far. I found 2. She's found 1, which is crazy in itself.
Yeah.
I know. It's absolutely insane. And they're all like that. They all have like a skewed 7. And I'm not sure why. I'm really not sure why. But yeah, that's
awesome.
that was a good.
So cool. And
And
Emma's jumping around.
Yeah.
Emma, did you rub this in your dad's face the rest of the night?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Good.
It's over. It's over.
Oh,
I think
man.
this is the day we stop the point system.
Yeah.
It's
That's
like when you
fair.
drive a car to 1,000,000 miles and the odometer doesn't go any further. It's just you just break it at that point.
This is done.
Hold on. I guess we can do this too. Hold on.
Again, becoming.
Let's do this too if we're gonna do it.
That's a gangster.
That is a pose right there of someone who found 1877.
That's a gangster. I don't know what.
Oh man, here's just an overview of what some of the stuff that you guys found that day, which is pretty crazy. Is
Look at
that
that
all
key.
the same day? That skeleton key is amazing.
Oh,
That's gorgeous.
yes.
Yeah.
Is this the end of that video?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Same
Yeah.
video.
I wish you could see the top. See, when I first started doing this with the iMovie,
Yeah.
I didn't realize how you could do, a start and an end when the picture comes up. I was really bad at it. I mean, you could tell in the beginning I was using a GoPro and I was just putting the videos together on my laptop. No intro, nothing. Just throwing them up. I really didn't. To me, it was more about the finds than
Yeah.
the entertainment. But yeah, that was that day was a bunch of key dates, especially, and even that one too on top of it, right?
Yeah, that's amazing. Wow.
Crazy.
That's a good day right there.
Look at that variety.
So.
Did you see that variety? It was
all over the place.
A barber, a Merc, a seated. It was crazy.
Well, Julian knows something about a variety. The last spill that he found in silver was Barber half, a a Washington quarter, a Barber dime, and a Merc dime. I think was all in there, right?
Nice.
And
So I like to guess, like I'm sure you guys do, when that spill happened, when that person was sitting there. You know, I'm guessing it was a guy because he had a pocket. You know, most people, women were, probably carrying a purse. I don't know.
Right.
Yeah.
But you got to think somewhere around 1920. I'm guessing.
no,
right?
no, because of the Washington.
Oh,
The
Yeah,
Washington
there's
and
a
the Merc
Washington.
would put it in like the
I
late
forgot about the
40s.
Washington.
Which threw
The
it totally out of
50s.
whack.
Yeah, we
Which
didn't know
meant
what was
that
going on with that.
The
Yeah.
coin was
Late
probably like a
40s?
lucky coin or something like that, or maybe a very late circulation coin. But it was a Barber half and a Barber dime, which is weird.
What
You
year
know,
was the Barber half?
1909, I think.
Okay, yeah. So probably when how good shape was the quarter?
It was in a lot better shape than the Barber. I'll tell you that.
So yeah, probably looking at a mid 40s then. Whenever the Barber,
Never
because
the yeah.
don't forget, I remember in the 90s finding Wheaties all the time in my money. Finding,
Yeah.
I always looked for silver coins. I mean,
Here.
I don't think they were that interested in keeping, silver. Silver was silver. It was just
Not
money.
back then.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, there were coin collectors, but not like in the 70s and 60s. Like, my dad got me into this, and that's probably why I started detecting.
Well, that makes me angry at myself because I used to work at a grocery store when I was young, and I didn't know anything about that. And I would, if I did,
You
I
could
would have been
pulled
looking
tons of silver out.
Trey didn't care. He stuffed his pockets full of change every day as he walked out.
Yeah, but I ended up spending it on other stuff, man.
Let me tell you, man, it's like hitting the lotto when you leave a grocery store. You feel like you just stole something when they give you a silver dime.
Oh, yeah.
Like, oh my God, they didn't know.
Right.
I'm always scouring the coin stars to see if there's anything in there.
Same here, always. I've been doing it since I was a kid. When I was younger, right, in middle school, we had these soda machines. And when you put $1 in, they wouldn't kick you out quarters. They'd kick you out 10 dimes. So I would go into school with a couple bucks, toss it in the machine, and then I'd kick all the change out. I wouldn't buy a soda. And I'd get 10 dimes, 30 dimes. And I would get, I'm telling you, almost every time, at least one silver dime, just putting my money in and taking it back out. But that was in the, late 90s, early 2000s.
Right.
Still crazy,
Listen, my wife came home one day about a year ago and goes, "Look at this I found in my change." It was an Indian head penny.
Yeah, that's crazy that
That's
they're still in
wild.
circulation
I'm like,
somehow.
how did somebody not go, "Oh, this looks a little weird. Maybe I should hold on to it."
Right.
Yeah.
I don't get that. Yeah.
My guess or my theory behind that is, if you ever find change where you look at a 1970 penny and it's in mint condition, and you're like, "What? How could this be?" 50 years old, 60 years old, 50 years old, and you look at it and you think, and you go, this was probably some kid who went through his dad's.
Oh yeah.
And said, "Oh, I'm gonna spend this change," which is pretty messed up, right? Yeah. We actually try to come up with theories as to, like, when you found that spill, we're like, was this guy sitting here, or what was he thinking when he went home and he went to the store and he was like, "Man, I'm gonna buy all this stuff," and go, "Oh my God, where's all my money?"
Right.
Underneath
You
that
gotta
tree.
beat yourself up over losing like a $50, stuff like that. Like, or the people who find like the $5 gold coins. Like, oh my, like back in the day. Oh,
that's another one. That's another lister for her. You'll probably see it coming up. I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna spoil a little bit. It wasn't an actual coin dropped. It was a coin that was turned into a pendant.
Still counts. Still counts.
Counts.
See, does it? See, that's the question.
It counts. No, 100%. Emma,
That's
don't
like
let him
finding
talk
gold
you out of that
on
one.
Don't let him
US
talk you
soil
out of
that
it.
someone
Gold
brought
coin
over.
is a
If you
gold
found a
coin.
hammered silver
How do
in
I
someone's
shut
backyard,
this off?
You know, so there's a funny thing.
I was doing the old, is it? Is it not? Is it?
Yeah.
But I know deep down what it is.
We have one of my early permissions that I got in Jersey as a farm. A really nice guy. He actually approached me one day randomly. Who was with me, Mike or Julian? Maybe. We were getting food, and he walked up to me, and he had noticed me, and I was like, "Hey, what's going on, Mr. Miller? How are you doing?" Oh, was it you, Mike?
It was all three of us.
Maybe.
I think so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it
So
was at that
his-
weird deli in between where we ordered all those crazy sandwiches.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if his father
Wow.
had given him a gold coin, a
On
$50 or 50 peso coin.
on a money clip.
Yeah.
Oh.
And so what he did is he recreated that and spent a couple $1,000s to make another money clip with a 50 peso gold coin, or I can't remember how many peso Mexican gold coin in a money clip, and gave it to his son. And his son was a kid, like a tiny child at that point, and lost it in the backyard or somewhere. So we haven't heard from him. I said, reach out to us if we need to like look for it. I haven't heard from him, so hopefully he found it. But that also, I would count that as a gold find. If I found
Yeah. I know. You know, I was trying to think to myself, well, was it an actual coin that dropped out of somebody's pocket, or was it, like I said, a piece of jewelry that happened to be a gold coin? So,
Yeah.
you know, and you know, of course she was saying it's gold, and it's gold, it's a gold coin. I agree. I'm just gonna leave it as it's a gold coin.
Speaking of jewelry, this one's funny actually. I'll pull this one up, and it reminds me. This is the ring that you had sent over to me. So this one's.
Oh my god!
Dude, how crazy is that
This
ring?
one is hilarious, and it reminds me. Mike found a ring, and it's not the same as yours, but it's
I was gonna say, man.
No, it's a Ted Evans ring.
Yeah.
That is made for
I
the
gotta
biggest
post that
man
ring
owner.
soon. I gotta throw that up on the Instagram or something. I don't think we have video footage of that.
It's
This
so
is like
funny,
my
but this is a
favorite
little
snack.
bit different. This one made me laugh when I was watching it.
Oh my god!
You're not gonna believe what this kid just found.
Oh, this one's hilarious. And for the longest time, you can't see what it is.
Hey, I found a ring.
She goes,
Oh.
Dad, I found a ring. She doesn't know what it is. Yeah.
Can you guys see it? Hold on, let me get it. It comes into focus a lot.
Yeah,
better.
yeah. See, this is the GoPro, and you can see this. This is why I got rid of it.
It's
In the
so hard to
middle of the-
focus.
In the middle,
It
there
has
was a
no
little,
focus. Yeah.
yeah. Inside the lens, there was a little spot in the middle, like from water, from moisture. And that's why I got rid of it. Yeah. So.
Do you guys see it?
Oh, that's awesome.
Well, there's a picture of it at the end of this. At the.
Oh, is there? Here, I'll pull that
yeah.
up.
That's great.
At the end of this little clip or the whole video?
The whole video, right at the end.
Okay, here.
I show all the pictures. You'll see it
Oh,
right
I see it. Yeah.
Yeah. It's clear.
That's awesome.
Oh,
Listen,
that's
Tell
hilarious.
me you wouldn't want to hang out with the guy who
wore that.
He must have been some badass. I don't think anybody would walk around with a ring like that. And like it was deep. So I'm gonna assume by the patina on it, 1920s, teens. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, like a
Yeah, you were
true
saying
rebel at that point was something quote unquote that
Punk
vulgar
rocker.
from back in the day.
That's
Wow.
hilarious.
It just blew my mind to find that ring. It was
That's
that,
so cool.
her, that was her telling me, you're no good anymore. I'm the best.
That's one way to do it right there. Oh, that's funny. All right, let me pull up. Let's see whichever the ones. Let's see which one we can do next. I'll do the incredible spot, the Spanish and Big Silver, that video.
Yeah.
Pull this
Okay.
one up. This is a good one too. All right.
We got a nice spot here.
Wait,
2 minutes after.
So right now you don't know what it is, right, Emma?
No, because she's looking at it and she sees it very thin. Now watch what she does. She wants to take out a dime from her fine box, a Merc, put it next to
Oh, I
it.
remember this.
Look, that's what she does. She takes a Merc and she puts it right next to it to see the difference in the thickness. That's what this kid thinks.
Oh, that's funny.
Wow.
Like, what are you doing? Yeah. Look at this.
The surprise.
So this is this is the half.
Oh my god! I got a shrine. Oh
Look,
my god!
so at first she thought it was a trime.
I got so excited
Yeah.
for that.
I mean, I'd be equally as excited even if I thought I found a trime as well. That would have been
No,
awesome.
before this, I don't even want to spoil it, but before this, we've never found the trime.
Wow. I just
Well,
dropped it.
So she recently found two. So you're gonna see the videos on that too. I've never
Oh
found
man.
I've never found
Yeah, I
one.
still gotta
You
check it
found two.
off.
Yeah. Look at that thing, man. Oh god, that was fun.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's so
I just
cool.
got an
See, now these are the kind of coins when you find them in a park, you think to yourself, this was worth a lot of money in 1797, or maybe it was dropped in 1807. Could you imagine a person sitting there with that in their pocket, and if they had a pocket? Because I know they really didn't have pockets much back then. Everything was like tied, like in a string, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, you know they were upset with themselves after that. That's for sure.
Oh,
We
It's
find
a Real, right?
Oh my god.
yeah. Say that
Yeah,
again.
that
I'm sorry.
The Reals were used until like 1856. They were legal
56,
tender.
Yep.
It's
Yep.
gonna be
That's awesome.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy. That was back when the coin was worth its value, you know,
Yeah.
in its peak, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Now you've just got fake money.
Yeah, right. Not 5% copper, 95% zinc, and
Uh,
you know.
You know what?
18.
Oh, look at that. That's
Yeah,
funny.
I'm trying to look at it. I got bad eyes. I know you look at my videos. I'll say coin is this date. Meanwhile, oh god, I messed it up so bad. But if you look, I was trying to look at it there, but there it is now. Now you can see.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, 27.
97.
Is that
King Charles
27?
IV.
1797.
97. Yeah, that has
Yeah.
carbon.
Oh my god, this kid just got.
You know, the funny thing you guys are mentioning chimes, those ring up so low. don't they?
Yeah,
Dude.
like
Get it off, Tim. I'm
mid-tone.
getting it off. There we go.
I've never found one. She's found two, and they were a week apart.
That's how it goes.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
What they
Incredible.
running up on the Equinox, Emma?
like 16, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they ring up at 16.
Like an Indian.
I cut mine almost. I cut a little bit off mine. It was in frozen ground. It was ringing up a 16 in the middle of a farm field, which is a shotgun shell. Any other time is a shotgun shell, and I was being careless. And when I dug it and I saw it was on the side of the plug, and then a little sliver smashed off of it, I wanted to just rewind that entire
It
day.
was fun to watch from a first-hand perspective right there.
To like enjoy it when you see that scratch. Believe me, I've been there many times, man. Many times.
Yeah.
Many times. I used to call her in the early videos. Her nickname was Scratchy McGillicuddy. I don't know. I have no idea where that name came from. It's just that she kissed a lot of her coins with, from just not digging them right. But now her plugs are incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible.
I'll tell you what, I have a hard time pinpointing recently with my 15-inch coil.
The coil, the
That's
harder.
going to happen no matter what you do. I have a 17 on my CTX.
Yeah.
It's like it looks like a giant waffle maker. It's simple. And I took it out one day. I found two seated. I'm going, wow. You know how you get, right? You're like, oh man, I'm going to put this on all the time.
Yeah.
I'm never even going to use another coil, but I started using it, and the pinpointing I couldn't do it. I just couldn't. I mean, fields, yes.
Yeah,
in the field, it's great. I just cut a massive plug and just ripped it.
I know. You learn, dude. What about Brad from the Hoover Boys? Have you ever seen that?
He's notorious.
Yeah, he's famous.
Wait, he did it with the flowing hair dime.
Yeah.
And the gold coin.
Gold coin.
Oh my god, that would have made me throw up.
I mean, there's a term named after him, the flowing hair.
Flowing haired it.
Flowing haired it. So, you know, it happens to the best of us. That's for sure.
Yeah, it does, man. I mean, you like to think that, like, what's crazy is if you do it with a small coin, it hurts more. But if you do it with a big coin, it's easier to scratch a big coin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You know, it's just the way it goes, man.
Yeah.
I know, it sucks. Let's hope we never scratch another coin.
Right?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Right.
All right, let's see here. I'll pull up another one. What do we got left here? I gotta get it off of this face real quick so Emma doesn't kill me. All right, this one is one of our best hunts ever, and it starts with I think the Flying Eagle is the first penny that is in the screen. So we'll see. Hold on.
Yeah. This is right. This is the second. This is the second flying too of the day.
This beauty. This is the second one.
Oh, I just said it.
I think we've
How
only
many
found
percent?
one flying
6?
eagle as a group.
Yeah.
Ooh,
2 cent pieces.
Base-
circles,
Since
How did it look?
formation, yep.
flying
was it
eagles.
easily identifiable or?
Yeah.
All right, good. As long as it was a good one. Some of them
Yeah.
are so bad, you can't even tell what they are. You know?
Yeah, this one you could see the eagle on it pretty easily.
Yeah, the video's not coming up yet. Is it me or?
Yeah, I'm
No,
not
I
seeing
don't
the
see it either.
Oh, okay.
I think Trey's frozen.
Yeah, Trey's frozen.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
he does look pretty frozen at this point.
Yeah, he
Look
is.
at
What
that
happened?
guy. Super frozen.
Maybe he
man.
went to go. I think he went to go look at that trime that he chipped off. Make sure that.
The stream is down. The stream is
I don't know.
down.
You guys said it was the best day ever on the video. It could have.
Joe said he is the host now. Yeah.
Finds.
Trey logged out.
Oh,
Right.
he's probably
Lagged out,
I'm
yep.
sure he's trying to jump back in now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was that was the day. Was that wasn't the day with no, that wasn't. That was the day with the 6 or 7 2-cent pieces. I mean,
That's awesome.
we were finding them with spills, with mint condition. Like, listen to this spill: a deuce, a flying, and 2 key date Indians. It was
Oh my god.
unbelievable.
Oh, that's wild. That is
It's true.
wild.
And how nice did those 2-cent pieces come up?
Oh,
Right, most of them come up
yeah.
unbelievable. Who found one? Was it you or?
not me. No. Who has the 2 cent?
Trey
You
actually.
know what?
found-
We seem to forget sometimes. Sorry to interrupt, but Chris out in Long Island.
Oh,
one,
it was
one of
Chris who
our
has it.
metal detecting buddies in our group. He's
Oh
out
yeah,
on
Chris is in
Island
the
too.
chat. My bad. What's up, Chris?
He found 2 flying eagles as well, not deuces, but flying eagles.
Oof, man. Listen, honestly, it's a nice coin. If it comes up pretty, which they very, very rarely do, I try and clean them very delicately, and I put that wax on them, the Renaissance wax.
Oh, I love that stuff.
Yeah, it's good. You got to really be careful. Don't go too crazy with it, but
Right.
it really is nice. It brings
Eric threw
everything
me
out.
onto that actually.
I'm gonna let me get the charger because my phone's about to just.
Yeah, take your
Okay,
time.
yeah.
You're good.
Yeah.
We'll get Trey back in here eventually.
Okay.
All right, Emma, you've got the spotlight. What's all the secrets?
Yeah, talk to them, man.
Okay.
Okay.
So what do you prefer? Do you like the E-Track or the Knox better?
The Knox, I think. It's like,
Yeah,
yeah.
just lighter.
Oh yeah. I'm so surprised she's swinging the E-Track because that thing is a monster.
I mean, all those heavier machines, man. I can't do. I mean, I'm by no means a small person, but when it comes down to it, I think just the lightness is so clutch.
You know what it is too? She's a big. What it is? I think I attribute her arm. She's got a cannon arm. She's a softball pitcher.
That'll do it. That'll do it.
And she plays third, and she can go third to first when she was like 6. And I think a lot of that had to do with
I have to imagine so, right?
bringing that E-Track. You know, I really think it was.
Yeah. I'll tell you what. I'm gonna come up with eventually a bodybuilding program for metal detecting. I'll make millions on that. And we'll
Oh,
just,
yeah, I'm gonna
right?
get that done.
You just have like the Popeye arm versus the normal arm. It is what it is.
Yeah.
In your school, Emma, are there any other metal detectorists?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so. Does anyone think it's weird that you metal detect?
No, my friends like support and stuff. Like,
Really?
I've run
Good.
friends a couple
Good.
times.
It's like
Wow.
hard to communicate what the hobby is sometimes, especially to younger people, you know, in general.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What grade are you in?
I'm going into 9th.
Nice.
Oh,
Big-
very nice.
Are you changing schools or are you staying into the same school for 9th grade?
I'm changing schools to high school now.
Well,
Nice.
who knows at this point, you might be learning from home, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So have you been skipping some of these web classes to go metal detecting?
Yeah, I skipped like all of them.
Oh man, that's the way to do it, right there.
That's awesome.
I'm right there on that boat. That's funny.
That's awesome.
So, what's your favorite find then? Out of everything, you have one?
Yeah, I think it was the pistarine that I just found.
Really?
Yeah, I'd have to
Yeah.
imagine so. That is freaking awesome.
That's
Let me
so cool.
wait, let me plug in. Hold on a second, guys.
There you go.
Your brother found close to Pistarine, right, Eric? At least
Huh?
earlier.
Yeah, a little earlier. That was a-
That's a good one.
You know what was funny about the pistarine? I had to tell her like 5 times what the name was. Like,
It's a weird
and then I-
name.
And then I found that thing earlier. Remember, it's it was great, dude. It blew my mind to see it. You know, the ancient, or what's the term, the oldness of that coin.
Right.
I mean, when you look at, you know, like the marks on it, the crown, and just the other things involved, you're like, wow, man, this is pre-Revolutionary War silver. Blew my mind, man. Blew my mind.
That's what
cool.
Tyler in the chat goes. My daughter is in 9th grade. She begs me to only metal detect where I won't run into any of her friends.
You know, I get it. It is, you know, it takes a certain.
You got to appreciate history enough to, you know, to understand the hobby.
It takes a certain set too, if you know, right? You know what I mean?
Mhm.
It's not for everyone. You gotta have guts, and you gotta be so into the hobby that you don't really care. You know? Yeah. I mean,
it's a weird. Once you get past that initial barrier into the hobby, it's phenomenal. It's just, you know, getting past the thing of your friends thinking, oh, you're just some guy on the beach swinging, you know, looking
right,
trying to buy a $1 cheeseburger, you know.
Yeah, it's like
because that's what they see. Like, you know, would you find like
stereotype.
I remember in the beginning, like, well, you know, a couple of people would walk by us. I mean, we are in New York City, you know, and you know they walk by and like one guy would chuckle, another guy would giggle, you know, and I'd say, listen, don't let me embarrass you in front of your girlfriend right now. You know? And then they would
crazy though. I mean, people don't get it.
You know, they walk a little faster after that.
You know
I mean,
what's
I'll tell you
funny?
what, I've got plenty of friends, and I mean, Trey and I work together, and we get our fair share of jokes at work. But I got a couple of friends who initially they kind of scoffed at the hobby, and then now I'm getting texts because I'm saying, oh, you know, I can't do anything this week, this day or whatever. I'm hunting, I'm out detecting, and someone's like, oh, by the way, this summer if you have an extra machine, I'd like to go out with you. Oh, okay, buddy, okay, you know, I'll get him out there, but still. You know.
Right now, who's the fool?
Exactly.
Exactly.
You know, that's what it really is too. I attribute it to like you get a new phone, you don't understand it, you lose your mind on it. Once people get it and they see what you're at, because they can't believe I showed them like when I stop and go, wow, look at, they're like, you found that here?
Yeah.
Under the ground here? I'm like, yeah. You've been working on it for how many years, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's a lot of that is that. They don't understand, they're ignorant, you know, but I don't care.
No.
Yeah.
No, it's awesome. I work with both Mike and Joe. And Mike, when I first started our channel, Mike hadn't really started hunting with us yet. And when I posted it at work, I caught so much damn flack.
Oh, it was insane. Like, unfortunately, I like history enough to be like, let me press a little bit more about that. And a little bit I know is my undoing for every weekend and sleeping in on Saturdays and Sundays. But that being said, I mean, there's a lot of teasing goes on for sure.
Joe was just saying that today. He said, he was like,
when I first met him about the whole situation.
Yeah. I started bragging about it to him. Now he's more involved than I am.
Isn't it funny? I mean, you know, that's what happens. It's cool that you guys work together.
Mm-hmm.
And I can imagine what you guys talk about. You know, while you're at work, you're like, you must be like daydreaming.
Yo, do you see? It's like, yo, did you see the new Hoover Boys video drop yet? I just said the other thing.
And the people you work with,
but we have a good time.
Yeah, the people you work with are like, what are you, nerds?
Yeah, basically. Yeah, whatever. Yeah. We're okay with it.
Dude, listen, I mean, I grew up in a tough mate. When I tell my friends, I'm 52, and I grew up in Queens, New York. We had a social club. I mean, we literally played cards like you see on TV. There was old guys there. There were old wise guys. There were other people there. We'd sit around and play cards. But I would actually stop at a park, detect for like 2-3 hours, and come back to the club and go, you know, like there'd be cards on the table. Like, I'm in, and I throw the, you know, like 3 quarter and 2 mercs, and they're like, "Where the hell did you get this?"
That's awesome.
That's free money, baby. That's free money.
It was fun, but my point is, they'd look and go, "That's what you're doing." I'm like, "Yeah, this to me is an escape."
Yeah,
and isn't it cool when you got those headphones on? Nobody could say or bother you about anything. Am I right?
You're in the zone at that point.
Well, I don't know. Some people in our group
R2D2.
We can still hear each other give each other crap through our headphones.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But you know what? That makes it fun, man.
It does. It's awesome.
You guys aren't as competitive as I watched a few of your videos, and you're not, which is cool. I mean, you are, but
it's behind the scenes, Mike. It's behind the scenes. You know, we got into a bad bet for Julian this weekend. We said first silver $10. Oof. And both Mike and I pulled a silver at the exact same time.
Oh my god! Wow.
Oh man.
And although Julian did say first copper $5, and he pulled the first copper.
Yeah.
See, we can't pull 2 silver simultaneously.
When I'm with Emma, I'm like, whoever wins buys lunch. You know, what am I going to tell her? I don't know what else to say with you. I come from a gambling background. We play a lot of cards. I can't say anything else.
Yeah.
You know, but it's fun to do that. I see like the Hoover boys do that a lot. I like it when that's why we did the point system. We couldn't really gamble. So one of these days I'm actually going to put that up. You know, I have it in my notes and I just copy and paste it. Yeah.
That'd be cool.
That'd be really cool.
It was crazy. It was so elaborate. We had to start adding, you know, as we were finding things, we literally had to start adding, you know.
Like, what's the point value on a pistol? You know,
forget it now, right?
That's fun. Oh man.
Good
Holy
time.
cow. We've already gone over an hour. This is insane. But we still haven't watched all the videos. I mean, we can stay and chat if you guys want. There's still 20.
No, I listen, whatever you guys want to do. I mean, we got a few more minutes to hang out. Why not? Sure.
Yeah, let's do it. I'll pull up my internet crashed and I was about to pull up one of your guys is one of our best hunts ever.
Yeah.
So let me pull that up and I'll start playing that clip. I think before I got cut off, I don't know if you guys heard me, but it starts off with a flying eagles.
Right.
So let's see. Hold on. Here we go.
Awesome.
Oops. Let me go back. Do you remember the timestamp?
I think that might be it right there. Let me see. I can't tell.
I can't either.
I thought I put it on the email. I don't.
I'll look it up. There, I see a couple 2 cents in there. Cool. Flat button. How many 2 cent pieces have you guys found?
This day alone was 6, I think 6 or 7. we probably have
insane.
Like
Crazy.
30.
25 to 30.
Yeah.
I'll pull up this 2 cent piece and I'll look up the timestamp.
I just bought coin capsules for them.
Did you?
Yeah. We're starting to really, you know, we had them in an album in the 2x2 holders.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like that. So we're gonna change it. We're gonna put them in the capsules instead in boxes.
Yeah, I put mine in 2x2. So the cool thing is Greg actually put us onto this, and I know Julian did it at one point. I'm putting mine into 2x2s with a date and where we found it. But it doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel right. Like, because I like to brag and display, like, you know, give them a good home almost. And it doesn't feel like it. You know?
I know. We did that for so long, and we bought an album with the slots too. Mm-hmm. And the book, obviously, the book's really heavy, and it's nice that you can write on them. But you're right. It just doesn't feel right to put them in paper and plastic. You know, I don't know.
Here it is. Let's see. 1755. Yeah, second flying, 6 deuces, and an 1858 seated hold.
Yeah, at the end. The seated is right after this, I think. That's a pretty nice flying too.
It is. Right? Those are tough to find with detail on them.
Yeah.
That's gorgeous.
Oh. You know, when you turn it around, you don't see a shield.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, oh.
That's when you know. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've only found 1 flying, and I don't know about our group. I don't know. We haven't pulled very many. This
is it. Yeah, this is it. This is when she finds. Look at this seated dime. It's crazy, and it's hold, and it's so perfectly hold. Watch when you see it.
Oh yeah.
1 dime.
Oh my god.
Do you guys ever go back and watch these and kind of get the chills sometimes? Yeah.
I do. She doesn't, you know, she's 13. She watches, who's that idiot you watch on YouTube?
Jacksepticeye.
I don't know, whatever.
No, I don't know who that is.
I don't know either.
I'm officially old.
Look at that hole. Look how perfect
Holy
that hole is.
cow. And look, hold on, let me go back a little bit. Let me play it and where it's really look at that. That's
Oh my
amazing.
God.
And the detail on that too
I
is
know.
like
Liberty clearly written out.
Dude, and we were in that day, we found two-seater that day, but you found two. She found we. We didn't find any silver for a while. We were like, wow, we're finding incredible amounts of copper, old copper, but we're not finding any old silver. And then boom, that happened.
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah, that's a crazy coin. I love
And
that. I'm
that's-
sorry, guys. That was one of my favorite. Watching her find that was amazing.
And those whole coins too, talking about wondering, you know, how it got there, who wore it or whatever they
Right.
did with it, like who
Yeah.
held the coin, how they
Yeah.
wear it, like what were they doing with it, you know?
Right.
And that hole is perfect. I wonder how they made that. Whether
That
it
was,
a nail or
it's
something.
incredible. Yeah, that's no nail. That is like
Yeah.
a drill or something.
Yeah, it had to have been, you'd think, but man, that's in such good shape.
Incredible.
My God.
I know, man. Look at the denticles. You could actually see them all around the edge.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then the back of it. Oh my God.
I know, man. There's nothing like when you find the seated and you see the old wreath. If you do the one dime game, you don't need to do it because there's no game. You see that wreath, you know you have the old seated. I think
Yeah.
in 1860
Something.
60 something they stopped the old wreath and they started putting the same wreath as they put on the barber now. So
well, that's I was watching one of your videos, and at one point Emma was able to identify if it was a barber or a seated
Yeah.
by the back of it. Is that true? Can you do that?
Yeah, well, it's like on the denticles around the edge of the coin. They
Yeah.
have like little circle things, yeah. And the barber.
Oh, so you can tell.
I don't know how she does it because I can't answer. But
How accurate are you? Is this like a
I-
65% accuracy sort of?
yeah, right. There you go. 55%. That's it. Yeah, you know, she likes to exaggerate a little bit on her, you know. She does have a great knowledge of coins, though. I ask her a lot of questions, and she knows them. And, you know, and I don't. And I look through coin books all the time. You know, that's, you know, I just got the 2021 Red Book, and I don't know if you guys have it, but it has reals in them.
Oh,
And-
really?
Yeah, first time I've seen that. And I've been collecting those books since, you know, before 2000, and I get them like every 2 years usually. And the new one has reals.
Wow. We might have to get that as a group. That would be good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
A
look
little
at how
bit
pretty
into-
those
I got a
come
Barnes
up,
and
man.
Noble gift card. Maybe I'll put that together.
Yeah, and those 2-cent pieces came out really nice.
Dude, they
And that's-
usually do. They were made of some serious copper. I mean, that's quality stuff, that copper. To make the coin stay like that, incredible.
And there were 2 different variations of that 64, yeah? I
Yeah.
think there was like a large and a small print or something like that.
Yeah, there's a large motto and
Yeah.
a small motto, in God we trust. And I've looked at every single one with a loop. And we have what? We have about 20, 17, 20, maybe more.
Yeah.
And I have not found one with the small motto.
Wow.
And that's the $200 coin. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the rarer one out of the bunch.
Right.
And then look at that. Look at the difference between the seededs too.
Yeah,
One was used a little bit more than the other, I can tell you that.
Yeah.
60.
Yeah, that was the 1860. She found that first, I believe, right?
Yeah.
In the beginning of the video, that's the first one, I think, or not the beginning, maybe 5 minutes before that, the flying, she found that one, and then that one. 5 minutes in the video, which is probably like an hour and a half before.
That's so cool.
Look at those. Look at that 69. That was another monster date. That Indian.
That's insane. See,
I
you
know,
find a
man.
lot of key dates too. That's another thing that people
Yes.
don't realize. There's not only an Indian head penny or something like that you can knock off your bucket list, but then there's so many different key dates that you could find as well that kind of add to that bucket list, like little indentions on those bucket lists. Indian head cent 77, 69.
Right.
Yeah.
Do we have every?
We have
year?
every day.
We have every year. Yeah, that's pretty amazing.
Probably at
That's
least
insane.
3.
Yeah, man. It really is. We're blessed, man. We're fortunate to have spots like that. We really do feel like, God, man, why we wish almost everybody had a spot like this wherever they are to find coins like this. It really is fun.
Mike,
Yeah,
have you ever detected Homedale Park?
It's so funny that you said that. I literally was on 520 and I think it's Boundary. Is it Boundary? That light? I drove by it today because I went to the Wawa on 79 and 520.
Yeah.
That corner one without the gas station. I went there to get a sandwich and I drove by Homedale and I thought I have it on my list. How good is it?
You could luck out with silver there, because they do a lot of seated hunts there for like
Do they?
like some of the groups, like Jersey, Central Jersey.
Yeah.
I forgot the name of their group, but yeah, they do a lot of seated hunts there. So you could luck out with some silver there. Otherwise,
Mostly
for old
copper?
stuff, it's pretty wiped.
Yeah, I would assume so. You'd have to go to a spot that get lucky that nobody just happened to hit like a 5x5 area. Maybe find a few. I don't know. Sometimes we come across those a lot in the park.
Yeah, Big Bears are another big one over there.
I've seen that. That's on my list too, man. There's just
there
is just so much.
I've been there before.
Because we live, 70. It's actually 87 miles from my house to. Well, actually, if I have a commercial plate on my truck, but it's about 75 to 85 miles, depending on which way I take, to the warehouse, which is on 520. It's a ride, and I would love to do it all the time. And then it costs like $40 just in tolls, man.
Mm-hmm.
It can be expensive, but I guess, listen, if we do schedule something together, like if we do like a group hunt, I don't care how much it costs, but it would be a lot of fun. I would love to do that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, let's
get the
set
gang
something
together.
up for sure.
Yeah.
Here's the deal. For everybody in here, we are supposed to do a sticker giveaway. So if you want a sticker, just email us the.copper.heads.md@gmail.com and I'll shoot you over a sticker. But I'm going to end the live stream. You guys stay on. Maybe we'll talk a little bit more and maybe set something up for the near future, at least, exchange some contact information. Thanks everybody for watching the live stream. At least we had a good consistent like 20 people. So hopefully you guys get a 1 or 2 or 3 or however many subscribers out of it, because you guys are well deserving of it. And we'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks for watching, everyone.
Thanks, guys. Take care. So yeah, thanks, man. I appreciate you guys doing this. It's I like I said, I don't understand. We seen 300 subscribers recently.